Sim racing is full of dirty drivers ruining other people's races. I know you, me, and everyone else watching this video has had a race ruined by someone else being a dick. So we took them out. And what if I told you this guy was one of them? To understand how we got here, we need to rewind to the previous race. So this story starts at Le Mans in an open lobby. Now in qualifying, I was on a hot lap and there was a stranded BMW. Now I tried to keep my pace around the outside and you know, sim racers and their hot laps and stuff. And from my onboard, it looks like it could very well be my fault. But then on the onboard of the BMW, naughty turns to the left to take me out. Now that's not the worst thing he's done, because straight afterwards he wipes out every vehicle coming his way. He gets a double kill, very impressive, and he carries on. Now here he is hunting down another BMW. It looks like he's gonna ram him up the bum until he just goes past. And that's when we all realized there wasn't one but two dirty drivers in this lobby. Now the BMW chases down this Merc, he's cutting all the corners, and the Merc also gets absolutely murked, he's dead. No one in this entire quali session is getting a hot lap done because there's these two BMWs absolutely wiping out everyone in their sight. Porsche pulls over, very gentlemanly, and the BMW wipes him out again anyway. Again, I think you get the gist. This quali session was an absolute nightmare and everyone in this lobby knew to avoid the two BMWs. But was that possible on the race start? So we're on board with one of them here and he gets his first kill immediately. Haven't even reached the first corner and he has killed someone. Now what's he gonna do? Is he gonna fly into the first corner, kill the entire lobby? No. He brakes. But his friend doesn't, and his friend absolutely wipes out everyone in the first corner and then takes out this guy again for some reason. I don't know. Back to the first BMW, he cuts a corner, he's chasing after the leader, he's not letting anyone get away. And then as you can imagine, absolute chaos happens. Anyway, on to the real reason you guys should be watching this video. Sebring, where karma hits hard. Let me introduce you to the characters. First, in the Kindermobile, it is me. I don't play that big of a part, but I do get taken out. This is Luigi. He qualified on pole. He's a bit of a hero. This is Hugo, my friend, not a fake name. He is also a hero in the story. This is villain number 1. We'll call him Gru, because he is despicable. Now this is baddie number 2. We'll call him Vector to stay on theme. There's another yellow Lamborghini who's a very good guy. He's a hero just like Hugo. And finally, we got David, my friend, who gets disqualified almost immediately. You will find out why. Now in qualifying, I'm on a hot lap. I'm trying to qualify pole. And Vector takes me out. You know, Gru and Vector sat in the middle of the road blocking everybody. But Vector is not done there as he chases me down across the grass and he must hate Kinder. Now I was on a hot lap and then I caught up to Gru and I thought that would be another reset to pits. Instead of wiping me out like they usually do, he just decided to hold me up. But when I overtook him, he just let me go for a bit. So it was actually quite a nice fight while it lasted, but it did absolutely ruin my qualifying lap, so I didn't really get a good lap on the board. Now the race is getting started and Vector wastes no time being an absolute
piece of dog shit,
and he decides he's gonna run it through the middle of the grid. I'm not really too sure what he was expecting, kind of just hits people, and then our boy in the other yellow Lambo, he decides to push him off into the grass, and this idiot spins himself and then holds up the rest of the grid. David wastes no time charging forward for Gru, and he pushes him into another car, which collateral damage, and then gets disqualified. So that's great. Anyway, surprisingly, the first lap was actually kind of clean. There were some like odd spins, but Gru and Vector didn't really do much until lap 2, when Gru catches up to this Lexus and absolutely murks him. This Lexus is no longer with us. he disappears immediately. And then Gru sends it up the inside of Hugo. Well, no, Hugo sends it up the inside of me, and then this guy follows through, and now I am stuck. Unfortunately, Gru got in the way of what could have been quite a fun fight between me and Luigi for P1. What Luigi did was heroic. So Luigi starts to hold up Gru, and then he just starts pushing him to the side. It was beautiful. I don't know what Luigi's end goal was here, because he was never going to DNF him, but he just pushes him out the way. Then the yellow Lambo hits Gru, and then Vector comes from miles back and wipes out Luigi. In this one moment, it was beautiful, as it felt like the entire lobby united against Gru and pushed him off the track together. Anyway, Gru murks his Ferrari, not for the first time, and the yellow Lambo comes slamming in. So Vector is crawling because of another intent wreck, and he gets absolutely flung. Now, this Mustang didn't move when the Lambo landed on top of him, and he kept Vector out of the race until Vector ground pinched him. Me and Hugo caught up to the back of Vector once again. Now Hugo took some caution, but bravery was my middle name as I send it up the inside and he blocks me. And then I try to go around the outside and he obviously spins me. I don't know what I was trying to do there. Now Gru's back on the grind and takes out the black Ferrari again. Hugo then was trying to stay away from Gru, and then Vector destroyed him up the bum anyway. Meanwhile, I'm sprinting away, trying to run away from Gru, and Gru starts to chase me, and we both forget the layout of Sebring, and we both run into a wall. Our genius is unmatched. But back with Vector and Hugo. After Vector takes out Hugo, Black Ferrari comes in with a heroic slam dunk and absolutely destroys Vector. And here I start to run away from Gru, and Gru cannot keep up because he is absolutely shit at the game. And Vector is crawling home on like 2 wheels. I don't know how his car's even still moving, to be honest. Gru, also with damage, peels into the pit, but he is not alone, as the yellow Lambo and Hugo follow him in and will not leave him alone. Now, through the power of friendship, they start pushing Gru over 100 kilometers an hour down the pit lane sideways. It is truly a beautiful sight. And they were not done there, as this BMW is trying to run away and gets wiped out not once but twice. Hugo goes in for seconds, and then the yellow Lambo does too. And the BMW is crawling on like 2 wheels. And you know, I had to get a slice of that revenge. Anyway, Gru's race was so finished. And then finally, Vector left the pit. He laid the trap and he fucked it completely. It's just embarrassing.